Norway maple. So I spray painted that gray container. It looks so much better. You know, it's centered a little better. It's it's interesting when I spray painted that too, and then you have the background and the lower benches. It's really nice with the like white contrast of the just 2x4s that are you know, sun dried, and so that's just this contrast. When you get like red, you know, dark, it's kind of not so good. But yeah, so this tree last year I had pinched, and all I got was the leaves where I pinched, no extra growth, and I was actually quite worried that it was going to struggle. So I didn't pinch any of my Norway maples this year. A teeny little bit, but nothing, no real pinching, and everything just grew way out. It was a huge mistake. You can see like last year, like there is where I pinched, and so I just had like a set of leaves, and so it was super sparse, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I, you know, it was too dense, maybe I didn't transplant it. Anyways, should have pinched again, right? If I would have pinched, I would have had those sets of leaves right there. Instead I got super long way out here, like, you know, five nodes. So I just trimmed it back, try to get try to get sun inside into the interior. You know, let these little leaves, you know, try to get some proportion. Took some of the big leaves out. I could probably take that one off too, eh? There we go. But yeah, so it looks really good. You can see the trunk line now. It's just coming along. I really love these Norway maples. Super vigorous, and again, big leaves. So, you know, it's just, hopefully I can keep getting them smaller and more compact. But lesson is, make sure you pinch. You know, I think the other thing was when I pinched, the leaf, what do you call that, length of this was much shorter, and so it just produced sort of leaves right where it was. Much more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, really like the way this is coming. It's just looking beautiful. Another Norway maple. You guys have seen this one. Anyone that's watched my channel has seen this one before. It's got this really nice root spread. Just want to kind of highlight it a little bit more. I don't even know what this is. I kind of like it in some ways because it produces this really low, not deep roots, like it's not grass, but it's pretty darn dense. And so yeah, I got to keep pulling it back. It's pretty vigorous too, so it makes me a little bit wary of like, okay, how much of this am I going to be doing this the rest of my bonsai career? Probably, now that it's in my garden. But you can see it just kind of comes up, and it does sometimes produce this little, I want to say, like, yeah, see, so it's not letting the soil get in there because it just runs right off. So I am gonna have to get all that off. But love this root spread, just love it. And then same thing with this maple. This grew way out. It was way out here, just crazy. So, you know, this one, I don't know. I mean, maybe I bring these branches down to try to get it lower. I mean, I could also make it flatter, taking some of this stuff off the top, which I think would be much more aesthetically pleasing. I kind of like some of these branches. If I took those off, that would be a lot nicer. And then this one I let grow a little more. You can see I think I pinched that, so it produced that, but they kept going. But look at that. That is just, I love that. This rolled calluses, so beautiful. Unfortunately, this died. This is all dead from there, and so, you know, it's, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do with it. I'm gonna have to carve that out a bit. I would have loved to have growth up here, which I did have, and so now it's back here, and I may move this in so that it looks like it's, you know, there. But yeah, you know, this one I'm just letting it really get some vigor, and push out. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about with the brown on brown, right? So I have like brown on brown on brown. It's just two monocolor. Same with this thing. It's like brown on brown, right? Say brown, brown, brown. This is a little off, but it's not painted, but it's just so dirty. So I'm not loving that with the monkey poles, the treated lumber monkey poles. I mean, this was somebody's. I was driving by and someone was removing these from the house. You know, those are these sort of, what do you call them, Victorian era, usually like deck porch beams. And they have all really nice. This is all really nice. Maybe I paint it all. I'm not quite sure, but I don't like the brown on brown on brown. It's just too monocolor. But anyways, here's another maple. Again, this one was super vigorous, growing way out. You know, I love this trunk though. This base is just so nice. I've wired this branch down and let it grow. I really want a nice thick branch there to offset, you know, sort of that one there. You know, it's maybe a little bit like a bar branch. I don't think it's gonna be a bar branch. Feel like a bar branch? No, it's not. It's too high up, but I really want it to grow. And what's nice is that these little buds are shooting out. You know, that's good. There's buds there. There's buds. I was really careful not to hit them at all when I was wrapping this. And I put the paper towel around the aluminum just as an extra layer of protection, because that is a crucial branch. And then I've just let it grow. Like, you can see what it's done each year without pinching. And this is crazy. I mean, this internode length is way too much, and so but luckily for that, it's going to work out, and so I'm just going to thicken that one out. But I love another really great Norway maple. Just nice movement. You know, I'm just going to keep building ramification. You know, hard cut back and then pinching. And so the big lesson for me is pinch, 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 pinch. I don't know why I was just so wary of it. But now I know better. And, you know, I've been pinching my spruce this year, and I hadn't pinched before, not all of them. I'm just so hesitant on the pinching. But this is the year. So this is my big, I'd say my big, huge lesson. Well, I'm really liking it. You know, and you can see the brown on white's just fine, right? It's great. You know, even the brown on with the cement. But this is not so nice with the brown on brown on brown. Let's see, do I have any more maples? Yeah, a couple more. Oh yeah, I got quite a few more. Here's one I just transplanted. People will have seen, if you've been watching, you will have seen the transplant. I just letting it grow. So I don't, you know, this is all the growth it put on. I didn't pinch, I didn't trim, I didn't do anything. You can see the leaves are much smaller because it doesn't have nearly the vigor. But yeah, it'll see what that does. This is one I got early on. Just super funky, weird core here. This used to be much more. What do you call that? It's just slowly rotting out. Like it's just slowly dying, hollowing out. I did think that was connected. It might still be on the backside, but it's getting its own roots now. So, you know, eventually those will be two trees, not one. You know, and it's kind of thinking it's kind of like a raft. It's just something really bizarre. And I keep trying to kind of ramify it and get like, you know, I kind of wanted like like a broom style. I just can't quite get the ramification, and wonder why. No pinching. That'll do it. So Yeah. You can see it's just getting super leggy, right? Like it's, all the leaves are up here, right? And so it's just not so nice, but something different. And you know, maybe, yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. It's always, this one's always kind of stumped me. It's just one of those bizarre trees. And if I could get it old, if I could get ramification, it might, you know, it would become of interest. But because it doesn't have that, it just looks weird. This nice little baby blue container I painted. This was a indoor paint. Yeah, indoor paint that we had done one of our walls with in the house. And so I just used it, and it's holding up well. Like it's been on here for, I don't know, a couple months. And just goes really well with the vibrant green, nice with the deciduous. I don't find it too obnoxious. Yeah, but I like it. You know, it's got this crazy reverse taper. It's got this huge bulge here. And what's going on with this branch? Is it okay? Yeah, just moving it back there for now. Make sure these aren't biting in. Just very soon I'm gonna have to pull that off though. See, I've kind of tried to pull it out. But yeah, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. It's more development is what it needs. Yeah, I've been experimenting with different colors. Got this. I did some of these. I painted some of these with them in the container. Spray painted them like this. I did a yellow. Yeah, that is just weird. I think I'll paint over that. That's just not good. Oh boy, funny attempt. You know, maybe with a nice deciduous in there, but it's a little bit strange. And there's another maple. This one I had let dry out by accident, so it's hurting quite a bit. You know, I've got a few of these that are just sort of like, I don't know, this was shaded out, I forgot about it. And so it's having a hard time, but yeah, a few of these little maple starts I've got. So yeah, and this is my shade. This is like full shade zone. Got the fish in the pond. A couple goldfish. 5 goldfish. A couple, they go in and out of the house in the winter because it just freezes a little too deep here for them. But they're loving being outside. And these are nice lily pads. And I had to dredge this thing. I had a whole bunch of cattail, and it was like 1.5 feet in the base there, just covered. And I think the goldfish could potentially survive now because they get deep enough where it wouldn't freeze. But I had so many cattail, and I just ripped out so many, and they're slowly coming back. I was a little wary that I might have totally killed them, but. And please like and subscribe. It makes all the difference for me. You know, us YouTube creators, there's a whole bunch of us. Anytime you see anybody, especially not the, you know, the big names and stuff, because they got a lot of, you know, they are making money off of there. It's a profession. It's all that. You can do what you want, but the people that are just doing it for the love, you should just like and subscribe. Just send some love. Make a comment. It's hard, you know, how many people that have been watching bonsai videos for a while. You see channels come and go. You know, you think of Bonsai Echo, Boston Bonsai Idiot. There's a bunch of them. You know, they get going for a while, and it just takes a lot to constantly post. You know, Peter Warren was doing some really great posts for a while, and then he's not doing that anymore. And you know, luckily we got Jan Kulik in oh geez, I forget. Is he Poland or Czech? Can't remember, but he's got great videos right now out there. But yeah, for the hobbyists, for the small timers, yeah, just like and subscribe. You know, go to some of their channels, or whenever you're clicking on them. Like I said, it's just part of a, you know, you know, I'm always surprised at how supportive the bonsai community is, and just how much love there is, and joy, and encouragement. You know, you get the occasional person that's a little bit of a hater, but there's so much of that, so keep it going. Every video I watch, I just just to send the appreciation, because I know how hard it is to edit. You see people doing amazing edits. There's a new guy on the West Coast, Pacific West Coast. Oh geez, what's his name? He's just starting out, but similar. He collects some Yamadori, and he's just starting out. And I think his site will really gain momentum. He's, you know, puts time into the videos, makes them nice, and so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and go send some love to some other bonsai content creators.